What's Christmas? Only 20 days away, something like that?
Yeah.
Less than that.
It's less than that? Did you get all your gifts bought? And,
We got 12 days left.
well,
12 days.
I heard more than that.
17
Son
days.
of a bitch.
how about 18?
Dave, that's right. Today's the 10th
The 8th.
Hey,
Today's the 8th.
or 8th, I mean.
Mhm.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, today I'm celebrating 30 years of my heart.
You're doing good, dude.
Still here. 32 years since I had a heart attack and 30 years since I had a bypass.
Really?
Everything still stays clear.
They took artery out of my arm, cut from there to there, and cracked me open and put it on the back of my heart.
You're still pumping. Heart's still
I
pumping.
wondered when they did that, why he was taking an artery. So why are you taking an artery? I said, everybody take a vein or whatever. He said, this surgeon was supposed to be the best in Cincinnati. He said, look, an artery is a high pressure line and a vein is a low pressure line. He said, you only need one bypass on the back of your heart. He said, we're going to use the high pressure line. So
And you know what? The
Well, he
other
must have been-
veins will take over.
he must have been smart
Oh, yeah,
because I didn't lose any strength in this arm.
that's good.
My doctor, my regular VA doctor just put it away. She's like, you can't believe that you haven't had another episode, you know. I had that, when I had my bypass, they told me national average is 7 years that you will have a stroke, heart attack, you need stents or angioplasty or something else to be.
That's scary.
And yeah, I'm 3 times past, you know.
Yeah. What do you think, Larry? Start it?
Yep. It's that time.
Let's start the meeting. Let's say pledge of allegiance to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Let's take a vote to accept the last meeting minutes.
I'll second.
Third,
Okay. Kyla, you want to speak? Okay, okay.
that was
Yeah, that was quick. Let's check the sign in and see if anybody wants to come up with any business up here to the podium. Where is it? Oh, here it is. Patty, you're first. Nothing? I got a question for you though. And I mentioned this to zoning. Now you got that girlfriend that lives in Drew Fab's apartment building.
Yeah.
Did the health department come down and inspect that building
Yeah,
for roaches?
problems.
What are they gonna fumigate the building or what? The,
They do that on a regular basis. They had a lady in there, she was in her 60s and I guess it was just horrible. What was for?
well, the riches don't just stay on one thing.
So they gave him 2 weeks to get out. And I think she moved out yesterday, it was about a month ago.
well, let's keep an eye on it and see if they get the roaches taken care of, you know?
He's been treating it.
Evidently, he's not doing too good of a job though.
We move out, I saw all this, it has it around the door, it tells me to move out the refrigerator, empty out the cabinets. Nothing's allowed up against the walls when they come and do those maker sprays. So I think there's 4 of them upstairs. And I think he's up there redoing all of them now. and taking care of that situation.
So he's gonna redo and remodel all the apartments in the building?
So, there, he's doing one at a time, and someone moves out, he reminds.
Now, Jason said he had a call. He was telling me one night, what, 11 o'clock? And
meet with DCS in the house, who pick on kids. The boy, we were in there, and that was one of the complaints for the neighbor that roaches were coming from the house. And I was in there, and there was roaches.
Coming from where?
She said coming from that apartment, but it wasn't. But he said that same thing with downstairs, it will come upstairs. So they could be treating just these bugs are moving.
They can't just treat the floor and
Yeah.
back them. She moved in.
But,
She moved in last March, and ever since then, they're coming on a regular basis.
And he said, the guy I was dealing with the band, he said that they did have a Dyna something,
Yeah,
pest control coming to spray, so. But he did have bugs at the time.
well, let's give him a chance, I guess, to get it taken care of. If not, we can get involved.
the health department. And that's what they told them to do, and they give the people that lived on the second floor 2 weeks to get out. Now, the one, that old lady, I don't know, she's in her sixties, they said hers was just really bad. So she just moved out a couple of days ago, and they're in there now getting rid of everything. She went into assisted living, I guess is what they said.
Let's keep an eye on it, see if he gets them cleared up. Nobody should have to live with roaches crawling all over.
Yeah. Well,
I'd say if the health department has started on it, they're probably gonna follow up.
Well,
think.
I would think health department,
Just a building that size, you gotta do it quite a few times, usually
Yeah.
before they're gone.
yeah.
Get
I
out.
mean, the last time people come spray, the lady that I know lives there, she heard them bitching because they had to move stuff. And she
Yeah.
said, she said, I just said upstairs, and I said, hey, keep the place clean, we won't have bugs. So
Yeah.
It only takes,
that's what's going on there.
only takes one person to bring them in now.
Yeah, I know.
And it don't even take that if you got them in the neighborhood or somewhere.
Right.
No.
Door.
That's crazy. So,
Yeah, they travel.
yeah, like, you know, those.
They say everything on the planet could die and roaches would be the last thing.
Well, you got your friend, she lives in the building. She can tell you whether they're getting better or not. You know, yeah, well, I would say that it's like Rick just said, the health department's already inspected and they know it's there, so they'll keep tabs on it. Yeah,
Right, and they'll probably do a follow-up. I would think the health department there. Yeah,
yeah.
we appreciate if you let us know though. how it
Yeah.
goes.
Joy, you got anything?
See that bottom of that?
Well, now, wait a minute. I'm no handwriting expert, but I swear that doesn't look like Patty's signature. Huh?
It's a forgery.
You forged that.
See the bottom of the paper, but mine's got
If somebody tore that off.
it. You know, my letters that bad. What's your excuse, sir? Larry, I don't have it. You got too great, you got with my staff. Guys, you got 5 new cars sitting in your driveway. I know you got lights.
Well, Austin,
Yeah, I had a couple questions. I bought the house there at the end of,
Step up here, please.
yeah, can you step up here, please?
We're all old.
No, it's all good.
Not all of us.
Yeah. So I bought the house at the end of South Bowl Street, and in the process of trying to fix it up and everything, I mean, you guys have probably noticed, lit a fire the other day, which I'd like to apologize for. My intent was not to cause a bunch of smoke for the town, but shame on me. It was windier than I thought. So I did pull it apart, but there's 2 more piles there that I'll burn eventually, but I'll try to be more aware of, the wind on the day that I burn it. I don't know what all was said, but I just lost his name in smoke.
Yeah.
Well, that's my bad. Like I said, wasn't my intent.
We understand that.
But I'm trying to clean it up and there's
Yeah.
really no,
See,
yeah, no way to get rid of it. But ideally I wouldn't have lit it on such a windy day. So I did pull the pile apart when everything started drifting towards the town. But okay, Danny's name, I lost it. in my
Danny
head.
Scott.
Yeah, so I don't know what was said, but he came over, he wasn't too pleasant. And frankly, I wasn't too pleasant back either, just because he came at me pretty strong to start with. So
Yeah.
the response wasn't great on my end either. So I get why he was upset, but there's a way to communicate with people. So just want to let you guys know that I do intend to burn the other two piles, but I'll try to be more aware of obviously the weather conditions when I burn them. I did check. We actually did call the fire department ahead of time as well. They did come down.
Yeah, I saw the fire
Yeah,
department.
they were
there.
completely good with us doing. I said, "Hey, my bad." I said, "I'll pull the pile apart, separate it out so it doesn't burn all day long or all weekend long or whatnot." So my intent wasn't to smoke out the town doing that. So just wanted to apologize for that. And then one question I did have is my understanding is that I have a right of way off the end of South Bowles to the field access. And frankly, I keep running out of there and it's getting muddy and I don't want to drag mud up the street. So I don't know what route I'm supposed to go, but I'd like to gravel a lane back to that field access. So I'm not dragging mud in and out and making that path look like heck coming in and out of there. And the farmer semi trucks, he runs them in and out of there as well. My understanding is that the town has it documented somewhere that there's a right of way.
Austin, I think you've got two entry points.
Correct. Yeah. I don't think you,
But the main entry point that the farmer uses is right at the end of Bowles and he goes straight back.
correct. I don't think you'd want me to run it to the second entry point because that'd be getting too close to that walking trail. So I don't think that would be necessary, but I can show you, point out on the map there if you guys want me to on kind of what I'm thinking, but there's an entry point right here, that form.
Yeah.
There's an entry point down here, this one down here.
Yeah.
If you get too close to the trail, in my opinion, it's not really needed. Because you can access it out here. I'd be willing to show a few trees off the lot. I just bought them, make it better
Yeah.
access.
Use that first entry point. Yeah, yeah,
That way it's not getting really close to the trail.
yeah.
But I don't want to like just go down there with a skid steer and start scooping dirt out and bringing dump trucks in. That's going to raise questions. So I didn't know if there was like an appropriate route to go. But my understanding, like I said, is that the town has it documented somewhere that there's access through there to that leg of the farm or to both legs, but I don't think that second leg or second access point is needed.
Use that first one and you can use the one, at the end of Bowles, you can go straight in and make that right-hand turn.
Correct. And I have room to, if I cut it short, no problem now, because I own that lot with the house. So I'm not worried if I run across the corner of that lot at this point, but I don't want to track up that. If I keep running through there, it's going to go to mud. It's already started to a little bit. I just don't want to track that up and down the street.
he's talking about a brick house right across from the park, back in the corner.
Oh.
It used to be
Yeah, it used to be
Rosemark's old
Rosemark's.
house.
Yes, the one on the very end. We just put a new roof on it.
Second.
Yeah, there is. There's two of them.
Well, I know you had one, the town has one.
Yeah, and what had happened is in the past, my grandmother had gifted. There's a lot between those 2 points, and she had gifted it to the town. And the town was supposed to document it right away from the end of South Bowles to that. Yeah, so I just didn't want to go in there with a skid steer and
It
start
would be
moving dirt out and put gravel down and raise questions.
We did sign that ordinance, but yeah.
Turtle.
Wow. 10 years ago, 15 years ago. Yeah, maybe on there, I don't know.
Gotcha.
Cause we were just looking at it, but it's actually, might even be older than that. I don't remember seeing it on there, but that doesn't mean anything.
That's fair.
Now you be talking about putting gravel right there. You'll have to knock that fence down too, won't you?
No,
But you're talking about putting it on your part, not out in.
so like if where like South Bowles dead ends the blacktop stops, you have the park to the left, the city park, obviously with the walking trail and whatnot and the playgrounds.
Yeah.
I'm just talking about coming right off the end of South Bowles to that first leg or point, however you want to call it.
Just straight back.
Straight back. Yeah. I don't want to get into the trailer fences, all that kind of stuff. I don't think that's needed and that would impact, the walking trail. I don't think that's necessary or anything like that. And I don't want to do that. My intent's not to create any sort of issue. I'd rather come talk to you guys now before, just trying to gravel or something with nobody knowing what's going on. I don't think that's fair to do. So.
Well, we did just sign an ordinance to where if anybody puts a driveway in, it has to be either dustless stuff or asphalt or concrete. That is on West Harrison's property and
Okay.
Private property.
I guess it with the town, I guess technically owning that ground, with it not being necessarily private, is gravel okay to do there? Or are you saying it's not okay to do that? I'm not sure on that.
Well, according to the ordinance that they wrote up, they don't have one that more gravel driveways going in.
You said they do not want one, you said?
Yeah,
Okay.
with the ordinance.
If it's on, not that try to work around that, but
Like if you did the asphalt milling, that's fine, just not the
Okay.
dusty gravel is what.
gotcha. Okay,
Yeah.
cause what I was thinking is doing like a dense road base and then top it like a 57. It's a smaller gravel, but I can do a milling, but my opinion, the millings don't hold up as well. I mean, I can do a milling on top of a dense road base.
Stuff they grind up, you know,
Well,
take black
we need-
off the-
We need to give them a copy of that ordinance.
I mean, I'm willing to do
I have
what,
one
you know,
with
I
me.
can top it with a milling. That's not an issue. I would put a dense road base down first just so it holds up. Otherwise it's gonna sink in. It's 513-846-4343. Yeah, it's an old one. It's AFORD 1993 at aim.com.
You can see it. The board can make exceptions. You just have to let them know what you're gonna do, and we would just ask that whatever material you use be, you know, we kind of set the floor.
Yeah, I'll do whatever you guys want. That's not an issue.
Dust was a big concern, so.
Yeah, if you guys
Dust.
are worried about the dust, then I think if you're okay with the millings, I can run millings across the top of it. That's not an issue to do. I would start with the dense road base though, so it doesn't sink, because just the millings aren't gonna work.
And how
But-
far, how wide and how deep are you planning to go?
I mean, probably as wide as I mean, if I can match the width of the street coming off the end, I think that and with the semis coming in and out of there, like
Right.
that would probably be ideal because you're going to be passing equipment at some point getting there. But I'd say probably the same width of the streets. But if you do have a car coming in and a car coming out,
That's-
you can
that's
pass safely.
That's exactly where he goes in with his combine and stuff. anyway.
Right, anyway,
Correct.
and you know what?
But it's right there in the city park, so I don't want to just
I'll
Go
tell
in
you,
there.
it's the truth. That's nothing but coal dust ground anyway.
Mhm.
And there's not a lot of grass there.
yeah. It doesn't grow grass
So-
great.
And it will turn into a mud pit.
Correct. And it will, and I just don't want to drag it up and down the street.
Right.
I
That's not
say the
fair.
dustless stuff would be okay. What do you think?
I say, as long as you follow the guidelines with
Yeah.
with the ordinance, with the dust-free stuff.
You guys would consider the blacktop millings dust free, I'm assuming, correct?
Yeah, I figured that'd be an improvement, so
Okay.
you got mine, okay.
I just didn't know if I didn't know what was needed to, because like I said, my understanding was there's a right of way. I've been running in and out there, but that's only gonna last so long.
It's good that you come and talk to us, because if you put the wrong stuff down, you'd spend all that money, and then we had to get on.
Well, if I went in there with the machine and started digging too, I'd probably irritate a few people, so. But the other question I have for you guys is, I didn't know if there's any like utilities, or I don't know where the sewer runs back in there, if there's anything past the South Bowl, so you guys know the area better than I do. I was gonna ask that too. I'll call 811
I
and
don't
everything
think
as
there's
well.
Any sewer running right through there.
We'll maybe talk with Danny.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's probably not the best idea, guys. I don't think he was a fan of me after that day.
And I think on ordinance, the way it's written up,
Yeah,
it's only for private property, private people. put
Correct.
Driveways in between property lines. It has to be asphalt.
That would be doing a workaround on you, so I don't mind doing the millings. If you prefer the millings, it's not that much of a difference to top it with versus just a gravel.
I think you'd be okay with
Yeah.
the grindings, the small grindings.
He's
Okay.
gonna have to put
so
stuff.
compliment you for coming up here.
Yeah.
Matt, you're willing to spend your time and your money to kick the crap off the road that everybody drives on.
Well, to me, it seems like the sensible thing to do.
Well, I
Thank
think
you.
very good of you. That speaks
So-
to
That's very
But
good.
I also want to say, like, I know that I'm cleaning it up down there, and there's gonna be some noise and a couple piles burning. I don't
I
want
live
to.
down the other team.
Well, my
That don't look, Austin, that don't even look like the same house.
Well, I appreciate that. We put a little
You've
time.
got all them trees away from it
So
and you cleared the back lot.
we've been working on it, but it's obviously there's a little bit of noise involved, and so
Their roof is in shape. Well,
yeah, that roof was a bear to tear off.
Yeah, I'll bet.
But yes, we're just trying to fix it up. I mean, it's
And
I-
you're
I-
you're making West Harrison look better in the process too.
well, that's the hope and the goal. So, but like I said, I know we'll be running out of there, traffic, and everything, and I know people walk the trail, and I don't want to go down there and just start doing stuff.
They
Somebody
won't
say
walk
something.
that part of it.
No, it's-
They
yeah.
won't Walk over your. drainage and
It'll,
stuff.
yeah, and I wouldn't care if they did. It's plenty far off the trail that it shouldn't impact, anybody enjoying the park or the trail. You do drive back there? Well, another question, actually, that actually makes me have another question, because there's actually, like, I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but it was so thick back there. There was a homeless setup back there, and which is of no longer. But there was a homeless camp in that backyard, believe it or not.
You're kidding.
And
In
there's
the backyard
there-
behind the house?
Yeah. You couldn't see it. You couldn't see because the grass was so tall. So I got, I mean, there was a tent that was wrapped in a tarp, and there was a mattress in it, and there's a bunch of garbage. And the guy liked to drink. I know that. I like to drink, what was it, like the natural ice or something? I was like, shoot.
So you got rid of him?
Yeah, so I got rid of that, but I don't know. I haven't seen him. Well, there's no place to go anyways. Yeah. So, but the other question was is does the town, like, I've seen people walk back and forth in the cornfield. I can only do so much on the part that I own back there, and I can do my part of running people out, but on the town part, like, what is the process for how do we know there's not somebody who's gonna go back there and set up camp, or go back there who's, yeah, I don't know if anybody and everybody's welcome just to walk back that field and go back towards the river, but what I tend to see happen is, you know, at least on my place, I tend to see litter and stuff when people do go back there, and it's private property. I mean, it's posted, and I do my part to not have people go back there, but I'm not always down here either. So, you know, I guess what's the town's procedure for keeping people off of the part that you guys own? It's like 32 acres, I think. Is there, I don't know if,
I don't know. People in the town know that we even.
okay. Do you guys have like a long-term plan for that piece or anything?
Well,
Like a long,
Coming
got
up
a
this
couple
meeting, as
things
a matter
coming
of
up
fact.
this week.
We got some things coming up where
If you
Well,
want to
we've
stick
been-
around and listen, it's coming up. here.
Okay.
Well, we've been renting it to Dan, just
Yeah.
like you guys have for
Yeah.
a long
Yeah.
time.
I didn't know if that's changing. I guess I'll stick around and listen and then pop back up. What?
We've had like the soccer field people,
Mhm.
they've inquired
I'll inquire about myself too.
about lease,
Yeah, it's gonna come up for lease,
I'll lease it.
for bid.
because it'll be like.
I'd buy it I'd buy it for, if it wasn't, you know, some astronomical price, just to be able to go back there and control that section of mine. Cause you have people to get out of the river, you have people to go back to the river. Like, I'm all for everybody enjoying the water, but like, what I've experienced with owning property is there's not usually a great outcome when you go back there after somebody's back there. You're usually picking up garbage, or, you know, there's hillbilly things that happen.
Before you guys bought it, I used to go back there and clean it up. on the
Yeah,
side.
it gets to be,
But when we took a walk back there last year,
it gets pretty,
Yeah, that trail,
it gets pretty rough when you go
that's-
back
that's
towards.
into his property.
yeah.
But it
okay.
goes all the way around. the
Yeah,
back.
and like on the town part, like it gets kind of rough back. Like, we have a nice trail back on ours, but on the town part, like, it gets kind of a little bit rough and growing up and honeysuckle and everything going back to the river. But, you know, if somebody was inquiring about it, I mean, I would be interested as well, just to be able to control. Cause I think, like, when you run the homeless off and you consistently do, like, they don't come back. I haven't had an issue with them coming back on mine. So,
If someone's not. So don't, or how should I put it? Squeaky wheel gets the grease with this stuff.
gotcha.
So what really helps the town enforce that is when we have private property owners who call and want to trespass someone.
Gotcha.
Want to let us know that that's happening.
Yeah. I mean, I can only do so much on mine. I take care of,
No, we say.
Oh, that fella right there.
gotcha. Gotcha.
If
I-
you, what would you, if we sold it, what would you do with it?
Leave it as is. It's all floodway. You can't do anything with it.
I mean, would you continue to farm it or?
Correct. Either that or like I've had thoughts of mine on just doing like alfalfa or Timothy grass hay at some point. And what I haven't done is talk to the farmer to see if that messes up, if he'd still even be willing to come down and do the other parcel. Cause I don't know if, you know, he views it as having, you know, what I rent and what you guys rent. I don't know if that's what makes it worthwhile. I don't know if it'd be worthwhile to him just to come down and do, I think yours is like 28 acres of tillable or something.
That's what yours is, about 28.
I think mine's 18 tillable. I think your guys is about 28.
Ours about.
Yeah, so I don't know if he views it all as like, I don't know if it's worth it to him just because it's all together right now. I don't know if I did something different with mine, if he'd say, you know, hey, it's not worth me bringing the equipment in. So like I said, I'd rather come up and have a conversation with you guys first before creating a headache for anybody.
Well, see, the way the FTA down here, the soccer club, they want to lease 5 acres of them.
Well, see, now, they didn't say a number. I was
Well,
going through that 5 acres.
they
Well,
just-
said,
They did
I-
say a number.
I said, what 5 acres do you? They said, yeah.
That's
Well,
fair.
If you
well,
remember that conversation,
What I would say,
they didn't say how much they wanted. I was going through the 5.
I thought they said 5 acres.
I said the 5
They have
acres.
to do this.
And he said, yeah, that would be great.
that's fair. What I was gonna say, I'd be willing, if you guys had a fair market value you wanted, I'd be willing to buy it. I'd be willing to rent it. Whatever the acreage that soccer field wanted.
That's where we're at right now. The soccer field has brought this up about it has to be by the state law, we have to give everybody a shot at it.
That's fair.
So what we need to do now, we have to get it surveyed. And we have to get an appraisal on it.
Yep.
So we've got some work to do,
And
but
One
that
thing-
property is gonna come up for either sale or lease.
If you guys wouldn't mind notifying me, I'd
It's
definitely be
fine.
interested. One thing I'll share with you too, that might be a little bit better of a price for the town is I had Sig surveying, doing some work on this property down here already, so I know he has some of the data on it. I don't know if that changes the price, but I know he has a lot of the data for the area because I've had him do a couple lots down here for me before. So I don't know if that's may change. I don't know if that's helpful or not, but he has done quite a bit of work in the area, so I know that he has most of the data on it.
See, if we let them have 5 acres, which I'm more inclined to let them have some ground down there and lease it,
Right.
that leaves 23 acres of tillable ground left. But that will have to be put in the paper as bid. So that'll have to be bid on.
For
And that'll have to go to the highest bidder because that's municipal property.
for rent or for sale?
Lease.
Okay.
Standard term would be 3 years.
Okay. Is there a consideration of selling it?
Well, that's what we need to talk about.
Okay.
I don't know.
It would have to be what it would be appraised for and
Gotcha. Well, just to put the thought out there, I mean, I would be interested.
We consider who's gonna actually enforce, who's gonna take care of it, and make sure it's not.
It needs, yeah, right now, the farmer, he's taking care of it and he's cutting the crops and
Makes sense.
keeping the trees from coming in and everything else. He's
Mhm.
keeping it clear.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll keep you in mind if we're allowed to. But you know what? Now here's what I'm saying. What if West Harrison would want to expand their park?
Mhm.
We need some of that ground to expand. And I'm sure that's why the past council members, I mean, I don't know how far back that goes, that they leased all of that ground
Mhm.
to the farmer, but it's been to the same farmer.
Correct. Danny Hampton.
Hampson.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I would kind of like to hang on to some of it in case West Harrison wants to branch out.
Would you guys just do like an additional walking trail or something? Is that what you're thinking?
well, the
that's what the soccer field want to
doctors
do.
want us to attach it.
They want to
down
build
to the
a walking trail and they want some of this land to add to it.
Oh, okay.
And then they want like 5 acres at the end for additional parking because
Mhm.
this used to be just a playing field for
Yeah.
them. But now this is gonna be their like headquarters.
Okay.
Is it this?
Yeah, their main,
This
this
one here.
is gonna be their main, yeah, so that's gonna be spring, but we got a lot of work to do to figure out.
Well, we're good till,
Appraisal.
we're good on that lease to Hampson till April the 15th. So we
Gotcha.
got a little bit of time to make up a decision on what we want to do.
That's fair. And like I said, I didn't know if it would change things for him. You know, if like, let's say that the soccer field took 5 acres and it leaves you 23 acres tillable, but let's say there's something different that's done with my 18 acres. Like if I hate it or whatever, I don't know, I don't know if that changes the dynamic of what the farmer's willing and not willing to do.
So, but you still plan on having a farmer, do you, or still?
For now. Yeah. Like if I was going to do something different, it'd be my family has horses and stuff. So we would potentially do, grass hay or Timothy hay or some mix of the two.
It's gonna be farm.
Correct. In some capacity. I mean, I would still maintain it. I like the way it looks maintained. Correct. Yep. Yeah, I think it's like right at 18 acres. So. Do you know when the soccer field has an interest in it? Like at what
Well,
point?
the early.
Last meeting they had interest.
Yeah.
They come
Okay.
in and they asked.
That's
about
what started all this.
Gotcha.
That's what
That's
started us.
coincidence. I had no idea. I didn't listen to the
And you
last
know
meeting,
what?
so-
Your timing is good.
West Harrison has been in the wrong all these years because it's never been put in the paper
Oh,
to
for lease.
lease
Yeah.
municipal property.
So I guess that could change things for me too, then potentially on, if the property was kept and just leased versus being sold, I guess that I need to keep that in mind because that could change things for me on what, if the farmer's willing to come and farm it or not, depending on the acreage. So it's good to know.
Yeah, it makes sense, because if we put it up for lease from what we understand, it's like open bid, you know.
Yeah.
You'd have to bid on it. and-
I guess, if it was for sale too, I guess it'd be open bid as well, or somebody gave you appraised value, would that take care of that?
Well, the first thing we need to do is to get it appraised
Mhm.
and then get it surveyed. Because however much the soccer field wants, FTA wants,
Mhm.
we need to know how much 5 acres or 3 acres is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess that would depend if the decision was ultimately to lease it versus sell it though, correct?
Right.
Gotcha.
Odds are we're gonna lease it.
Okay.
I say lease.
And I don't know that if you lease it like that, if the highest bidder is not the soccer, they may not get 5 acres.
They
Right.
may not, there's a couple, it kind of depends on what option you guys want to take. And you don't necessarily, there's a presumption that you're gonna go with the highest bidder, that
Yeah,
fits in the
that's not-
best interest of the town.
Yeah.
If the board votes differently and you publish your decision, that's to say you write a letter saying, hey, actually, we're gonna give the lease to this person. And maybe they weren't the highest bidder, here's our reasoning, here's why we think it's in the
Right,
town's best.
because of what they're gonna do with
So
it.
you're
Yeah.
highest bidder, but you have to have a reason to do something else, and you have to publish.
Yeah,
that.
my biggest concern about this is we don't want to lose control over what can be done with the property as long as it's belongs to us.
If the town is wanting to retain some of it, excuse me, has the town considered just keeping like the first 5 or 7 or 8 acres or 10 acres and then doing something to the back of it? That way you can at least control everything that has frontage against your park. I don't know if that's an option or not.
Yeah, I would assume that the soccer fields is just gonna want to take so much footage adjoining their property line, you know.
Yeah.
Correct, yeah.
Yeah. And they need to specify how much they would like to
I'd
have.
assume if they're putting fields in there, like they're gonna want a certain designated chunk, kind of like right out of the center somewhere versus just, a 100 or 200 acre strip along the whole
So
side
far,
of it.
they've talked about it just for park,
Okay.
extra park.
Gotcha.
Stuff when they do tournaments and stuff like that, 'cause
You know what, Larry, I wouldn't even want that because that means if we end their lease and it's full of gravel or it's got asphalt on it and we want to do something with it, that means that we have to skim the gravel off.
Make it hard to farm with gravel.
It needs to be, I think the stipulation needs to be no asphalt trails and no asphalt parking lot and no gravel, grass for another soccer field so the kids can play on it.
we just need to probably get more information.
I don't want to make trouble for West Harrison to have a cleanup.
Makes sense. As far as I'm glad I asked about that because I had no idea that was a consideration or anything. So what's the what's the follow-up procedure on that? I want to make sure I take like appropriate action or whatnot, or
Once we get the appraisal and the survey, if that's what the town decides, that'll be published. So,
Be in a local paper.
do we usually do the register? What do we do?
We do the register,
Yeah,
But you can know,
but since we do know,
yeah.
no, I appreciate that. Now, you guys will get a full appraisal done on it, even if you just decide to lease it.
you know, we're
Okay.
getting we're gonna have to have it appraised and surveyed.
Yeah, that's.
So that'll be a number that's public though.
Right.
Even if you decide to lease it, you'll still see, okay, well, the property is worth
Right.
X amount as a whole.
Yeah.
Okay. That's fair.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, just keep checking with us because
Yeah.
we'll probably do something before April.
Okay. Makes sense. Yeah, I'll be honest. I haven't.
Every month we have every second Monday,
Yeah.
we have our council meeting,
6:30.
6:30.
Gotcha. I was gonna say, I haven't even communicated with Danny Hampson. I think we're just on like a year by year thing. I don't know if you guys sign like an extended lease, but I think mine's just year by year check shows up.
Just gonna continue on kind of like
Okay.
you guys.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Being working in public land, the default kind of 3 years, anything we're gonna agree to, that's like a 10-year contract, it's longer than 3 years. They all have to sign off on it and vote yes.
Okay.
Um,
It's public information how much you guys lease it for per acre right now. Is that correct?
yeah,
Do you guys
it can be discussed.
know what that is off the top of your head, what you're getting per acre on tillable?
Should be.
So
We're getting peanuts.
Yeah.
28 acres, 2021, I've been $1,500 annual.
Well, that's way cheaper than it should be, but I was under the understanding that when Joe Wesley was the mayor, she he downsized the main figure that they were getting down to 1,500. That was all set years ago. And that's way too cheap. Way too cheap.
Yeah.
So.
I'll keep my comments to myself on
But
that.
it's been like that for years.
Yeah, gotcha.
What he
So,
said, say-
I guess one final question, so I don't keep you guys here all night. On the driveway, like that's, I'm probably not gonna do anything until weather changes. I don't want to be out there fighting the cold and everything. So is it something you guys want me just to hop back up and notify you when the time comes? Would that be, or I don't know if there's any sort of procedure or anything that you guys need me
As
to?
long as you follow the guidelines or whatever, you're
Gotcha.
good.
Okay. The only question I have on the permitting process is obviously, if I have a right of way through that, it's not in my name, so I don't know if that, I don't know that they'll just give me a permit on that. I might need help from the town.
I will come up with that approval for something and we bring it up at a meeting. Or, you can contact Larry as well.
Okay.
He can kind of get you.
So when I go to do it, I should just come back here, or contact Larry. Is that
Yeah.
fair? Okay. Cool, that works.
Cause I don't know who's the right of way would be listed in, unless listen to the bell.
I don't know. My understanding
Well, I
is that.
think your grandma probably negotiated that in.
Correct. My understanding is that basically it's just a right of way that went with the property from the end of South Bowles to access the property, because otherwise, there's really no great access. Probably not, because she had gifted, there used to be a building on, there's like 0.5 acres or 0.3 acres between those two access points, and she had gifted that to the town. The town's supposed to have record of it. And speaking with her, I don't know if she has anything documented. She's 90 years old now. But that's just where it's.
I would.
Well, there's-
I'll tell you what, the records they've kept around here,
Well, should we have some things that I don't make an improvement and then we have an issue at some point? I don't know how that works.
You might want to check with a real estate lawyer, because I do know that there was, and I assume it still is, but there was a law for years that if you use something for so many years,
Mhm.
it's grandfathered and can't be changed unless you agree to change it.
Mhm.
So you might want to check with a real estate lawyer and ask about that.
Gotcha.
but I don't think we're gonna have any
Nobody's-
objections to him using the
Yeah.
right of way to.
Yeah, I didn't know if it's, I want to make sure I take the right steps.
Do we own
No, we don't own it. That's,
Field or whatever.
that was a negotiated right of way that was given from West Harrison to Seiferman.
it? Right.
And that's been negotiated now. Where the paperwork is on that negotiation, I don't know, but
Well, it should be.
I,
That's the problem. I don't know that anything was ever recorded. Yeah, my grandmother's 90 and I don't even remember how many years ago it was when she gave that. I mean, you guys may know, you may not know, I don't know, but she owned that lot down there between those two access points.
Basement of the Dearborn County Courthouse. There's a whole
I'll just, yeah,
search every property transaction, and they have giant books, all of them. They was literally like.
Nice ladies.
gotcha.
Yeah, they'll
Oh,
put
yeah.
your name and show, and they'll probably be able to find it for you. if
Gotcha.
you pay
And-
attention.
If there's no record of it, I mean, it sounds like some of you guys haven't understand that there's something there. If there's no record of it, should we, I don't know, does it have to be legally drawn up, or just saying, hey, there's right away here, Austin's gonna gravel this back to the property access?
Asking the town to approve your use of it. I would want to get something in writing, especially if you're gonna improve it. If you're gonna like spend your own money.
Yeah, which I'm not asking to the town. I wouldn't ask. I plan on graveling and everything myself.
And we could.
yeah, we can go from there.
Okay. I'm assuming we'd have to deal with maybe like a survey or doing a description of it or something.
That if someone's already been recorded, I would have to look at some documents for you. And maybe go to the courthouse myself, and then you could do that by agreement.
Okay,
You would just need the legal description of the right of way.
gotcha.
Okay, you got me confused. Did you say we don't own that?
We don't know.
Well, it's a right of way that has been agreed between two parties that can be
I'm just
used.
saying, is that
the town owns the,
I don't know.
the town owns the ground.
Yeah, it's kind of like a utility thing.
It's essentially like a right of way easement, almost the same thing.
Yeah,
That
right.
still hold it. Possession is 9/10 of the law.
Right.
He has the right to use it, and if he's got a history and pattern of using it previous.
And either party could use it.
Then you should
But-
probably agree to it.
And if he just wants to approve it, then.
Right.
If, I would say if it's cleaner for you guys, which it doesn't matter to me if there's right away or if you own it or I own it, really don't care. But if it's cleaner for you guys, for me, just to section off a line right there back and me have ownership of it. If I'm doing the improvement and I'm running traffic in and off it, if that's like a liability concern or anything, which I mean, I do bring equipment in and out of there. So if you wanted me to, and I'd be willing to pay for the survey, but if you wanted me just to basically pull a line through there and have a legal description for that little section, I'd be willing to pay for the survey. And I'd be willing to assume all the liability of it too. I don't know if that's a concern or
I
not.
don't think that's necessary. I don't think you need to, I don't think you need to spend money on that.
That's fair. Like I said, either way works for
If you
me.
just follow the guidelines and run it with the
Yeah, I
That's fair.
would have no objection.
no dust or whatever,
Yeah.
treatment or whatever.
Yeah,
That's fair. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
that
you
works
don't
for
be
me.
spending more money.
but we could write that up. That gives him permission to use that right of way, and if he wants to make any improvements,
Right.
I guess zoning would be involved with that. I
I
don't
would say
know.
like the only improvement, which I don't know that would be necessary, is if ever I wanted to blacktop it, but I don't really see that being probably necessary to do so.
Probably not.
So
Stash.
that's fair.
Yeah.
Got you.
Build on.
Cool. That works for me.
Well, while we've been tossing around the farm, do you guys want to go over the farm lease?
Sure.
Am I good to grab a seat? All right, cool. Thank you guys for your time.
Right.
We can, or we can look at it and
Well,
we can all look at it and see what's a fair way to go out of three options.
yeah, we're definitely working with you.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
And we got till April the 15th. The first thing we need to do is get it surveyed,
15th.
huh?
You gotta get it done before April 15th.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
can.
we gotta do it.
First thing we need to do is get a survey and get an appraisal done of the
Yeah.
property.
Yeah, you can't really do much.
And that's gonna take a while.
Summer survey sometimes a year, I would hope that you could have maybe an option tentatively. We can change course if we have to. But if you pick from one of the three options, I would try to do that before January 1st. And then you can go ahead and get somebody lined up to survey it. And that needs to be, I mean, that could be whoever you want. And get
Well,
it appraised, because that'll take them at least 30 days.
You guys have looked it over. What do you think about option one?
Well,
Well, does everyone feel like they understand the options? Like, did I?
Yeah, I think we need time to take it home and look it over. And then if we have to, we can get a special meeting scheduled to come up here and see what we want to do.
Questions about what's in that letter?
nope.
I don't. You pretty well
I
got that.
haven't even read it.
Essentially, as I put it, the options, we have, now that we know that we have to do bids, we have to do something. We
Right.
can't just continue the old lease.
Right.
And then option one would be that we lease 5 acres to the nonprofit, that's the football club. And then bid the remaining 23 acres. Sounds like that's maybe Marshall's preferred option. That was kind of my preferred option too.
I would think it'd be the best option.
Option two is that you just appraise and bid out all 28 acres. And don't even mess with the football stuff, which just if you want it, highest bidder takes all. Option three, you let the existing lease expire, it's going to anyway, and you release it. And that would assume that Hampson, that he's like, okay, I don't care, the price is probably gonna go up significantly. I still wanna lease it, it's worth it.
He can bid for it.
Yeah,
He
exactly.
can put his bid in, whoever gets the highest
See,
bid.
my biggest problem with this deal though is we have to cut out a piece for the soccer field. We need to find out what they want, cut out a piece separate.
Yeah,
because-
we need to find out.
Because if they take a bid and they bid and win the whole thing, they may just use the 2, 3, 5 acres that they want and just let the rest of it just grow. So then we lose control there, so.
I've heard one thought, is just because it's gonna impact how I feel as well, but maybe who leases it. Because I just wanna make sure that we're working together, because it could change you know, if they get one lease versus the other, I don't know if the farm's gonna come down to 20 acres. With
Right.
equipment and with, you know, everything that's a farming, so I would
Yeah.
say,
Right.
maybe keep that in mind, 'cause that could make an impact too.
The other thing I want to be clear about, the TFA has not gotten me proof that they are organized as a charity. They've represented that they do want to just do 5 acres. That's what they were interested in. They'll do the whole thing if they have to, but they'd prefer just 5 acres. They're supposed to be getting me proof that they're a charity because different rules apply to them if that's the case. Now, Greendale does this a lot. I spoke with their town attorney. Where they'll rent, you know, fields to the schools for sports or activities or whatever. They do it, but if you do it to a charity, like a school or whatever, it's a nominal amount. We can't charge the full lease amount. We only charge like $1. It's basically like you donate it. So I don't know, you know, maybe one of the considerations for the town is the income worth more than donating it, essentially. Donating it.
Well, I'd like to keep them down here as good neighbors.
Yeah,
And, I'm like Rick, I mean, how many acres do they want? We need to know that. If it's surveyed, we need to know. I can call down there and ask them, how many acres you want? You want 5? You want 3?
maybe you have it surveyed and maybe he says it makes more sense that you offer, that you do like a 3 acre parcel. And then the rest of it, you know, like.
He can mark that off.
Yeah.
3 acres, 5 acres. Yeah.
So I think what I'm hearing is we're all in agreement that we want to have a survey and an appraisal done.
Yes, gotta have that done.
Those are definite.
Someone you use, or do you need?
He got a survey going right now.
down here.
Larry just sent him $1,600 to get started down here at the end of West Harrison Street, where we've got the right of way that goes down to the river. That's Market Street. When they'll get started on that, I don't know, but
See, we need to find somebody that's can do it here in the next month or two.
So
well,
I really like Clint During. I think he's quick. I use him a lot in my practice. I don't know that he's been down here. If Steve's been down here more often and already has that information, you could get a quote and that might go faster.
Yeah, this is wide open.
can you give us
This is
the,
wide open
who that
flat
is,
ground.
and their number we can call? And get them on that down there to survey it?
Because
And then-
you can't really do an appraisal, you have a guy do an appraisal until you get surveyed.
And then you can give us somebody for an appraisal.
I think there's like,
That requires an appraiser just.
Is it 32 acres total?
It's quick.
I'm not sure if it's 32 or 36.
And then one of us could call and get them down here.
Thinking it's more like 36 acres
Total.
altogether.
We'll figure out next steps.
Well, yeah, we'll have figured it out and, but the stipulation is gonna be in the lease for the 3 or 5 acres down here that the soccer field wants. I don't want no asphalt laid down there. And I don't want no gravel. That what if we want to take that back? Then West Harrison's got to clear the gravel up. We've got to dig the asphalt up. No, it's gonna have to be another field for the kids to, for soccer, grass.
What's their parking lot like that?
They don't really have.
They don't really
They don't really,
I think they
they
park in the grass.
got grass and mud and,
But they have blacktop to get them to those areas.
but they have to know what the stipulation is. We don't mind letting them have that ground for $1 for 5 years or whatever, but I don't want asphalt down there.
No, they already have a road going through right there.
Gravel.
Blacktop and the gravel.
It's gravel.
The other, blacktop on one side and gravel.
Yeah.
You go to the tracks.
It's all gravel once you go over the tracks. Yeah, that's the only thing is we gotta find out how much they want, what piece they want and what their intent is with it. And then we just lay down the rules of, look, you got to leave it the way it is.
I quite frankly thought they'd be up here tonight, but
I'm surprised they didn't show up.
He told me on, when I was like, hey, need your organization papers. No, you dictate the terms of that transaction.
right.
little.
And you know what? I'm really glad this happened because I don't know how long they have been leasing this ground down here that doesn't go in coordinates with Indiana law. And it's never come up. Now we know we want to get it straightened out. We want to do it right.
Yeah, so we give them our little piece, then we can throw the other piece up for bid and probably have somebody take that and lease it.
What zone has farmland?
Farmland.
So
It's agriculture.
That's what we want.
And it's a flood.
We don't want it to grow up in weeds and
Yeah, we-
trees.
yeah, we don't want nothing built back there.
Well,
No,
they can't build it.
Can't,
It's a
right.
flood zone anyway, so.
but we don't want it to grow up.
Rain. And it's agriculture. Goats, could you have a goat farm, you do whatever, or is it just? farm?
Well, they could do that now. I mean, the guy's leasing it. I mean,
Till it floods like it did. out here.
And you know what? When ground is left unattended, you take like the park, they have a lot of their ground that is given to them. It doesn't take long for nature to take it back.
right.
Trees and honeysuckle. It spreads all over.
Good thing of that's right out on Kilby Road.
Kilby Road, right along Kilby Road.
Pretty good.
Oh, it's grown up. Yeah.
Cross the bridge, you go right down Lawrenceburg Road, look on your left.
While we're
All on
talking about the farm, I do have an update on the city property. Would like to hear it.
On Summit property.
Yeah. There.
Yeah, so
Yeah, you got all three of us.
well,
You're good. Yeah, you're all looking at me like, what? All right. So Lee Parrish, an attorney in Ohio, got a hold of me.
Oh, wow.
He does some work for Sarah Sumi, has in the past. Nice guy. He
Yeah.
resent me, he had sent Larry a letter back in July. Just letting us know that he did receive our notice, that Sarah was trying to get some stuff done, but that Drew is really the one that's out there. He reiterated when I talked to him on the phone, they're really worried about retaliation. He said, what do they need to do we don't want to go to court, basically. What do they need to do? She has put no trespass signs up, but that's about it. That's really all they've accomplished so far. I said, you need to trespass them out of there. We can't, unless you're gonna let law enforcement on the property to get those people out of there.
I don't know why they wouldn't agree to that.
So he said they would agree to it, and he said he was gonna recommend to her that they start calling and trespassing. You start receiving calls,
Yeah.
Now, can we get a contract written up?
right? So I think we need to be aggressive on that. I think we should prepare the proposal and not assume that they're gonna, and he kind of said, like, I'm gonna advise her to really work with you guys and do whatever needs to be done. So
Just need authority to be able to send our troops in.
yes, pretty much.
That's right.
That and Dearborn County, we're gonna need their help too. So,
Now, it will include Dearborn County Sheriff
yeah.
and West Harrison's Police.
Yeah, patrols. And I told him that, but I said, this has been ongoing because basically you're not giving us a way to enforce, we can't help you if you don't give us an enforcement mechanism. And he said, well, how do we do that? And I said, start calling the cops. Call the cops. He's like, well, she can't evict them because we don't know who they are. And I said, yeah, I understand that, but you can trespass anybody. They're sitting on your property. So they're aware of that. He's supposed to be advising her of that. I would like to just go ahead and type up a proposal, send it to you, make sure you're all on board with it. And then if you are, I was going to send it to Mr. Parrish. I think Amber McMillan and him do like referrals. So it'll probably be Amber that truly negotiates the deal. But let's get something in writing. Let's just send them something, and
Yeah,
maybe they strike stuff out, but at least it's moving.
And that
Yeah,
takes all the stress off them. If they just give us authority,
Yeah.
that takes all the heat off them.
They still gotta clean up the place too.
Well, in abating the health hazards, and that's what I said too, is that the health hazards and the trash, that's what we're really, it's not so much that like homeless people need somewhere to stay, it's that it's a mess and it's dangerous.
Nasty.
And they're camping in a floodplain. Like if we have another bad flood, we can't just let him keep doing that.
No, we
So,
can't.
Okay, so I'm gonna send him a proposal. I'll send it to you guys first and wait for the green light. Give me like a week and a half on that, cause
Fine,
I'm pretty busy.
that's fine.
The Graves property. We talked last time. Larry has sent me everything he's got and I've reviewed it. You guys can do what's called an enforcement action. So you already have a judicial lien. It's already recorded in Dearborn County for about $13,900. You can collect, it's called collection cost. So like my fee for pursuing that would be considered a collection cost. You can't just directly foreclose on it. We do have to like go back through the court system and say, hey, this hasn't been paid, judge. And it's called an enforcement action. So I would have to file something. I would probably have to call. Well, I don't know if I would call Larry. Larry seems like he knows a little bit more about that one. So I might end up calling Larry as a witness if we had to have an actual court hearing. But everything, all those ducks are in a row.
So we have a lien on the property.
The lien is on the property. It's been recorded since, I think, May of 2024.
Okay, well then,
This was last year.
Yeah.
but then there's no rush to do nothing then. We're protected.
So people will wait for years sometimes. It's good for 10 years from the date it's recorded. So you have 10 years to act. But if you want to do an enforcement action now for those costs, my future costs for doing that are you get reimbursed. And then, you know, you don't have to wait. You can pull the trigger or you can sit on it. It's kind of up to you.
Right, there was like 9 pages. With costs on there for Joe.
Yeah.
Into this, I don't know how much the total was altogether.
And I haven't totaled it all up either or added, you
It's-
I
know.
think it would be,
It's,
What do you think?
I think it would
Do
be
the
fair.
enforcement action now and get the 13,000?
Here's the thing
No.
that I want to be clear
now
about.
this is
What do you
gonna
think?
add this to the 13.
You know how we've been talking about the cost of mowing?
Yeah.
So the cost of mowing the property and maintaining it as it is, which you're already taking on, that is not considered a collection cost. You're not gonna recoup on that. So the longer that you maintain the property and let it sit, you're racking up a maintenance bill that you're probably not gonna get paid back on.
Yeah.
So there will come a time where enforcement makes more sense than continuing to pay for it. But if you're not there yet, then that's okay. You're only a year into it.
The way it sits right now, it's like a park.
Yeah.
The grass is only gonna grow so high. And the deer come in there. I've had as many as 9 deer in there eating. They come in there all the time and eat.
Yeah.
And it's like a park, and other than something happening freaky, I mean, I don't even need to see where we need to even mess with it. But I hate to take a guy's property from him right off, you know, I mean, if we're gonna do a collection thing or something, I think we should give him a
A notice.
notice in advance saying, look, you got a year, or you got 6 months, or you got 2 years, something, give him plenty of time to
One enforcement action is also
not
not,
take his.
it is,
This has been
it is
years.
like a period of time, even,
Saying.
yeah. So, I mean,
The thing is if it's taken from him, then it gets sold,
Okay.
and
But
then what's gonna happen, then you don't know what's gonna go in there.
the cost we have already. For
Yeah.
attorney fees.
mhm.
You have to do what this enforcement action.
So to
have that
get paid
included.
back the 13,900 outstanding on the lien, all of what Joe charged the town for it, and then whatever I would end up incurring on the town's behalf.
You need to
We'll
put
get back.
that on there now. As another lien against, or.
No, we need to keep track of it. And anytime anybody's messing with it, attorney wise,
Yeah.
you want to keep a running tab of it. If I'm not representing you in a year, you want to have a record of my bill and Joe's bill for the next person. So that when you do
Just-
eventually enforce this, you can say, hey, judge, it's an additional 10 grand or
Yeah.
whatever. On,
It's 3/4 of an acre of property there. I mean,
And
it's
he won't mow it, I can tell you that.
that's the problem. That's how it came up. And the cost of maintaining it and mowing it and all that isn't technically a collection cost. You're not gonna get that back. You're gonna need that.
But see, to leave it, bro, that's the main reason why up here we wanted the old buildings tore down. It looked terrible.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
the buildings were tore down. I think that was 11,800 to have that done.
You could,
Then I think there was another 10,000 to have all the junk that he had laying on the ground cleaned up.
we've sent I thought you said, Larry, that we had sent some notices as far as like, hey, mow your grass. Have we been doing that and he just doesn't answer?
We haven't sent any notices that we've been mowing the grass,
Okay,
not to graves.
all right. Well, one option is you give him a notice and you say, hey, we have our ducks in a row to file an enforcement action. You know, we'll hold off on doing that if you'll start maintaining it.
Yeah.
I haven't seen him actually do
He's-
anything down there
Well, he's
since.
got health problems. Last time I saw him, he.
Well, he can hire it done.
Yeah,
He
he
can
can.
sell
He
it,
get somebody to do it.
you know, if he sold it himself, then the lien would get paid back out of the
You know.
sale.
Yeah,
And then it's not his problem anymore.
It needs to be mowed periodically
Yeah,
because it does look terrible.
Well, you sent him a letter telling him that he needs to maintain the property or pay somebody to maintain the property.
Exactly. Send him a letter.
Or we're gonna pursue with
Yeah.
taking the property.
Guys, and then to the point where you have so much bills that the lien and money is gonna take it away if you found yourselves a property.
So that is,
Then it's nothing.
that is a point. That's, you
So
don't
why would you
represent
use-
him.
Nicely, it's actually.
You're incurring more fees. And so a judicial lien is not like a normal lien. It attaches to any real property that Mr. Graves owns. So it could attach to his house as well. So if we wait the 10-year period and there's fees, you know, let's say there's an additional 50,000, that would be kind of crazy high. But let's say that there is, that could attach to him trying to sell his actual house. So it can, you are doing him a favor by acting on it sooner rather than later, even though he's certain.
Right,
gonna be-
I was just saying I didn't want to jump on him in 30 or 60 days or something to take his
Yeah.
house. I mean, you give the guy.
Yeah.
And that's not how, he'd have multiple chances to remedy, but probably a notice letter is a good, as you know, it's a drop in the water.
Yeah, and your point there, that doesn't hurt him by giving him time to do that. It doesn't increase his bill any.
Right.
No, it doesn't increase his bill any unless we use more legal.
Well, yeah, every time
Stuff.
you get a lawyer to look at it,
Right, so
Then
let's
that-
say you got 5 years and we don't do any legal action, the bill doesn't change in 5 years. I just don't want to, do I? No, I agree with that, but I'm just saying, I hate to take somebody's family property away from them without giving them a fair chance to do so. Well, you know,
It's been quite a while.
it's been quite a while, but the guy's got health, you know, that could happen to you or anybody else. The guy's got big health problems.
okay.
Yeah, well,
I am going to repeat back my to-dos as I understand them, and you feel free to correct me, okay? On the Sumi property, I'm gonna prepare a proposal for you all to review, basically the entry warrant we discussed, an agreement to send to the Sumis and Mr. Parrish. Once you approve it, I'm gonna aim to have that done in about a week and a half, so check in your emails. On the Hampson TFA lease question, we are all in agreement that we would like to have the property surveyed and appraised.
Right.
And then we'll kind of move from there, once we got numbers. I'm gonna send you Clinton Earring's contact. And then the town is gonna kind of figure out who they want to hire to handle that part.
Right.
And we're gonna try to have that done by our January meeting.
Try to,
Okay, not the end of the world. We got till April, if not.
until April.
The Graves property, we're gonna hold off on an enforcement action. You would like me to send a notice to mow and maintain the property and kind of indicate that we could.
well, and tell him that we're
Yeah.
Yeah,
intend to
here's the
collect
process.
money.
Yeah. Now or later, but it's better if it's now.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. So we'll get that done. On Drew Fab, haven't heard anything back on that. Kyla did send me everything I need
Hey,
to,
that
for the
barrel-
dumpster issue.
I think that.
I think he cleaned some of it up back there.
barrel is gone,
Good.
finally.
Yeah.
I couldn't see it. But the dumpster's overloaded and there's crap on the ground.
Well, that's all he's gonna be because
Right.
he needs a bigger dumpster.
Exactly, it's too small a dumpster.
All right. I think I touched base on everything. Am I missing anything, Larry?
No, I think you pretty much covered it.
Okay.
Drew Fab, you just gonna take a look at it, or,
For what?
I mean, the Drew Fab up here.
Well, zoning's been looking at that back lot
So they're-
behind Brew Fab's apartment building.
So we were gonna, at the last meeting, you guys asked me to send him a formal notice that we were gonna file an ordinance violation
Yeah.
if he didn't clean up the dumpster area because it violates our new dumping statute. And I was gonna send him a copy of that as well. So it's like, you're on notice. And then, you know, if we don't see that improve, we're talking about filing, kind of like what it was to me, filing something in the city court.
Already sent it.
A letter's been sent. I do certified mail so I can prove they've gotten it. I haven't gotten that back yet, so I don't,
Yeah,
either he's dodging it or he hasn't gotten it yet.
yeah.
So when I know that that's received, I'll let you know. And I do put on those letters that they can reach out to the clerk or me. Most people don't want to talk to an attorney that doesn't represent them, though. They would, which is understandable. So Larry, if you hear anything, let me know.
What's the owner's name at Drew Fab? What's his?
I don't know what his actual name is.
Andrew,
Kyla, do you know what Drew Fab's name, his first name is? Last name is Drew.
It's Andrew, isn't it?
I don't know either. I just call him Drew Fab.
Drew Erdelman.
Hurdleman.
Drew Hurtleman?
Am I free?
Yeah, you're free.
set you free.
You've done a good job.
Yeah, I just didn't know. I didn't know.
Well,
That's it, eh?
we pretty much
Jason.
covered everything.
You got anything from Jason?
Jason, you want to say anything, buddy? You got nothing? Well,
We had the parade Saturday, we're pretty good. Will and G came out and directed traffic. No issues with that. Treatment's good, so the girls have been working.
and you have been putting in night duty. I attest to that. You've been staying, what, 2-3 nights a week?
It's been working, I mean, it's been pretty good, 2 days, and doing the other couple of days, so it's been working with that.
Yeah. Okay.
It's-
Well, we don't need to ask.
I see you
Shelby.
go by.
And,
Yeah, I see you putting on it area.
Don't forget this for,
we need to pay the bills
yeah, we need to pay bills and sign papers.
and sign some paperwork. And Shelby, if you want to, you can go home. And if you guys want to, you can all go home. All we're doing is just signing bills. But if you want to stay, you can. You can stay. Merry Christmas, all of you. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Thank you, Shelby.
What are we signing?
Thanks, Kyla.
This is a nepotism contract. We have to sign every year.
Yeah.
Thanks, Austin.
No matter which one.
So you guys have to share-
Yeah, you.
Just curious, is that recording public?
Yes.
Yeah, you can get that on YouTube.
Yeah,
Just type in Town of West Harrison.
I just have to.
Yeah, I think that's how you get it. I don't know. I've never.
I'll check it out. I was just curious. if
Check it
it's
out.
public, so. And then I'll just come back and talk to you guys when time comes.
Yeah, you're always welcome. Come on back.
All right, well, I appreciate it. If I'm causing a ruckus.
Yeah,
Appreciate you coming up.
Get that
Well,
back to me.
if
then
I'm
I'll
causing a ruckus
send
and
it
somebody
back.
needs something, just call me.
You're making West Harrison look a lot better with that remodel job.
Right. All right, you guys have a good evening.
Bye now.
Take care. That's a nepotism.
Meet them.
No. Yeah. That's not a problem. All right, next thing I got here, this is a resolution to transfer.
We have to leave this on?
Huh?
Do we have to leave this on to pay bills?
I probably don't have to.
All right. 'Cause we usually say so.
Oh, you can close it.
Shouldn't be going on.
Well, don't close
see,
the
we
meeting
can't-
until after we
we
pay
can't-
the bill.
Yeah, we can't
Oh,
close
just
the
check
meeting.
Yeah.
All right, this one here, I got a resolution because we need to move some money to cover somebody. Mr. Jason, so we have enough allocated in the general fund that I have enough in the maintenance area to pull enough money from maintenance and still finish the year out because it's already been appropriated and we can move it into the police fund.
Mhm.
And I have to put a little bit in FICA for taxes
Mhm.
and a little bit in the payroll company because all this stuff went up. It's not a whole lot altogether. It's $8,000. 6,700 is going to go into the police.
One fund to another.
Yeah, and 1,000 is going to go to FICA. And 300 is going to go to the payroll service. They're all in the general fund. It's just transferring from one salary basically to another. And I can either do that or I'll have to put it out of riverboat money, which we can do. But to me, the money's already been allocated. It's already been paid to us in these accounts. I would rather just do that and keep the general ledger.
I agree
straight.
with what you got.
I
It's
think that's the
easier.
best way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And it's easier to keep track of. And if
Yeah.
somebody asks questions, I can actually show them straight.
and
up.
it's easier for you.
Yeah.
Larry, are you the person that has to reset our password for our email?
We have to call Midwest Data. They'll do it.
Cause I got a new phone and for whatever reason, it won't let me log back into it. And when I say I want to reset my password, it says I don't have the administrative rights to reset my password.
Now I can either call, his name's Rushdie down at Midwest Data,
Uh-huh.
have him do it, or you can probably call him since you're at council and have him tell you the password. If I do them, I keep track of them. I have them all written down in there, what everybody's originally was. I don't know.
Oh,
You
you-
said I do have them wrote down in here.
Maybe I'll try that.
If you want to do that.
I'll try that.
Okay, this is the meeting minutes you guys gotta sign.
Down in transfer journal.
Jason's payroll
If I
went
try
in
to
with
reset it,
the monthly
it's
at the end of the month this time, so they came
We
out
don't-
on the same day.
we don't trust you to reset your own password. Talk to your administrator.
I filed his separately this time for this, so his paychecks don't end up.
That's my
Showing
first
some
action. First. And,
But when they
uh,
billed us, they did it all together.
Oh, they clumped it together.
They did on the billing part.
I close it out.
That screws you up, doesn't it?
I'm trying to
No,
log in.
I've learned how to,
You're wise to it.
Sign.
I just have to read real careful when they're billing books.
Yep.
Right. But I mean, everything's been issue next year, put another 10,000 in the police salary to cover all that, so it's.
So that's not an issue at the end of the
It
year.
shouldn't be an issue. This year it just was. Next year it will be a little bit when it comes to like the payroll service and FICA maybe again. It just depends.
Yeah. I do know that a lot of people feel better having police seen in the town more.
Well,
I know, they do.
and Jason said, yeah, I can make it work. He said,
Whatever. You got something, just let me know. I'll take care of it.
I just don't want to see you getting back from eating donuts all morning.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. To get start looking like Dave.
It's hitting, what here, it's hitting this, you never know what you're gonna, like, you never know what's gonna get into.
They do that stuff at crap at work all the time. They bring in boxes of donuts and sit them up there. I stay out of the office. I stay out.
I give,
Oh, you get around holiday season, a lot of places, man, you can put on 10 pounds at work.
oh yeah, easy.
It's nice. Though,
It's harder to take it off than it is to put it on.
And it ain't as much fun taking it off.
No, it ain't. Got that right.
Oh, it's easy when you get older either.
No, it's not, Larry. I'm older than all you guys. I can attest to that.
I ain't that far behind you.
73 going on 74.
I'm 70.
Well, you're just a young pup.
On my body there.
Yeah, I hear
You did.
you know,
you.
I was very happy.
I forgot about that. This
The
is
fact
30
that-
30 years since my bypass.
Ohio State,
And you're doing darn good.
get them knocked out of the Big Ten championship 2 years in a row, lost 13-10.
I hope you get a few more years in.
Never.
You will. You're taking care of
Yeah.
yourself.
First time they ever won the Big Ten championship. I saw a small meet.
You're always gonna have that back trouble.
that-
Like
Oh, yeah.
I've just put up with mine over the years. I've had it ever since I was 27 years old.
Yeah, since I was 22.
Indiana's
Well,
Yep.
100 and something years of playing
22 to
football
20.
that they've ever won the Big
I
Ten
just get up,
championship.
it hurts me, and I say it's not hurting me, and I go on.
It took,
You just go on with it, don't you, Larry?
Yeah.
I forget exactly how it started, but it
That's
was
like
like,
my wife, she's got that.
it's funny that they win it
My wife does too.
after it
She's got,
becomes legal
cyst,
to pay players.
cyst that's formed in real.
2 years after it becomes legal to pay players, they win the Big Ten championship.
Oh, man.
So, for the first 100 and so many years,
A what?
they didn't know you could pay players under the table.
Yeah, they actually-
Everybody else.
Yeah, that's,
But she's she's done had MRIs, all this stuff to find all this out, but now she's gonna, this Thursday, we gotta go, she's gotta get a DEXA scan.
Yeah, my wife gets them
And
ever
that's-
so
that's
often.
For how good your bones are, if they can take screws and bolts. and-
is that what it is? I had a friend that just had that, and I'd never heard of that.
They
before.
just,
Dec-
it just tells how good it's one of the most
I like watching it.
atrocious radiation.
And make up so many
Oh, really?
excuses as to why.
Yeah, it's like bone density and shit. isn't it? Yeah.
That's what it
Yeah,
is.
it's a lot of radiation, stuff like that, from what I understand.
How old's your wife?
62.
Today's standards, that's young.
Yep. What she found out is all the years the doc's been giving her, for when you have pain, prednisone.
Percocet,
Prednisone.
prednisone.
Yeah,
Well, prednisone weakens your bones and makes you
Uh-oh.
get holes
Yeah.
in your bones. Now,
yeah, see, they don't tell you that,
They don't tell you that, they just keep giving it to you.
they don't tell you the side effects of all
So
of it.
now she's finding out that what they've done is.
That's what a lot of people don't realize, is long-term effect of some medications.
Yeah.
And all of it has effect.
Well, if you're starting to see now, you're seeing even the government start to kind of step on this a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
Ain't nobody in our family's getting crap. for frequency
not.
here.
Well, you know who's causing that, don't you? Or who's behind it?
Thanksgiving,
It's Kennedy.
Yeah.
right after that,
It's
Well,
Kennedy.
not this weekend. Or last week, we put $800 worth of tires on Paula's car. And just put $590 worth of tires on my
Don't
son's.
forget, did you guys get the thing where you gotta send in that CF4 for January?
I
for-
just thought that,
for
that,
Office again?
If I got
I
it,
got an email for it.
if I got it, I don't know because I can't get logged into my email.
I haven't seen it.
Should have come to your email. It came to my email yesterday. That's why I sent it.
Well, let me look. I looked this morning, I think.
Get that email. I don't remember seeing that email from Shelby with that,
Is that Pam Barbadiery or
Yes,
whatever?
yep,
That came
that's
to my
it.
personal email, not to my West Harrison one. So I just got that
I
Friday.
think that's who it is. It should, if you open it, I think that's what it is. It's Burberry or something
Yeah.
or another.
Barbary,
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
yeah, annual CFA.
What's it for?
Yeah, she sent it to my personal email too, to my cell phone,
Well, maybe I ought to look and
not to my, not here.
Shelby sent it.
No,
No.
this is the lady from
Pam
the
Barbieri.
the voting for us to, you to run for office.
Oh, I know, I didn't see
Remember
anything.
we had to fill out the one paper. a while
Yeah.
back? Well, you have to fill out one before January about how much money you've spent on your
Campaign,
campaign and all that.
Campaign and all that.
You spent the same amount I had.
Okay.
$10 billion.
So I gotta put my John Henry on it, huh?
Yeah, probably. You gotta fill out some form. I haven't even looked at it yet. I just seen it.
I probably got it.
I got the form.
See, that's why I say we turn it off,
It's in
because we say stuff.
I'll tell you what, I like that Office Outlook.
Not me, can't stand it.
Well, you can't get on it.
Well, I can tell you Outlook's,
Office
it's better than like, what they use for your, some of your cable company emails. I like it better than theirs.
Yeah.
What would he
The
have?
town of West Harrison's email, I don't like it all the way it's set up. Views, I don't like the way it's set up at all. You have to completely open it to see it. You can't just ding, ding, ding up it.
Now can we adjourn?
You wanna
Well, I
adjourn?
got one more thing. You guys should know about this. And I don't know whether I told you, Paul, or Rick. The Tomlin that had the guys put our door in down here, the right door that was ordered to begin with, that electronic lock, these guys that transferred it to the new door, the right door that has a right window in it, they left the shim package out of it.
Yes, pictures.
Yeah. And the slide bolt, it put it in a bind and put too much pressure and it bent it. And it didn't operate. He couldn't get in most of the time. So
Did you have to go in around the other one?
yeah. So I says, Jason, call Tomlin, man. He got that messed up. So Tomlin sent Andy down, one of the guys that does put doors in. And already Andy was down there working on it. Andy said, well, they've left a shim down on this thing. He bent it bolt. So Andy said, I tell you what, he says, I have an identical lock that I ordered for Guy. I have to put it in. I'll take the shim package out of it, put it in your door and get your door operated. But he tells this Andy that was set by Tomlin down here, I need the shim package. Can you order me one? He ordered one. It come in what, today?
Came in Friday, Doug dropped it off Friday.
So he's paying for that, Tomlin is. But I told Larry, I said, Andy's going to send you a bill, an invoice, and you put a note, and Doug knows it's coming. He's going to pay for Andy's services on.
He should.
He should. He should. So that's, let's adjourn the meeting.
And then we're done.
We're done.
I'll second.
We're done with get downstairs. We're done. Thank
You
you.
want me to send it to Tomlin?
Send that bill to Tomlin and tell him why, and he knows why he's going to pay for it.
All right, I'll second.
Oh, I have a second. You got it.
Oh, he did it. Let's get out of here. I don't know what time it is. We had.
Paul must be hungry again. I remember last month, he wanted to-
No, you know what?
That's what he blurted out last month. He said, I forgot, I'm hungry.
Because everybody likes to gab in here. I ate before I came.
That's what Danny thought always had to say. Come on, let's get out of here. Listen, I'm hungry. Get out of here.
Yeah, as we progressed through that, our door was losing pieces. Our door was lost pieces as we went in and